it's really a good deal for anyone who has a yard and wants to have a water feature. Combine it with the cistern, you'll save a lot of money on your sewer and water.
We are in Batavia, Illinois, where Fermilab is. It's the city of
Power?
energy, close enough.
Yeah.
Brian Helfrich, my top guy for 23 years, and you talk about sustainability. Check out this property.
Hey!
Hello.
And this is Pat.
How are you?
Hey Pat, how's it going?
I'm doing
Good to see
great.
you. Good to see you.
So this is a very, what I'd say, pretty unique water feature.
It's a unique water feature, a unique home. They've done a lot of solar. The house runs completely self-sufficient, right?
Yes, in terms of electricity, the house cost me nothing.
Literally, Pat, it costs you nothing.
It cost me nothing because of the reimbursements from selling the carbon that I don't use.
That is amazing.
So
Now, how many years ago did we put this in?
In 2012.
Okay, so this is 6 years old.
Yeah,
Look at this. Look at the moth.
they've done well.
Look at that. How cool is that? You got to explain this water feature, because I would have to say of all the ones in Chicagoland that we built, this might be the most unique on multiple reasons.
First of all, it's an above ground
yes.
pond, so the birds don't actually invade this. The wading birds don't get our fish as a result. So they just look at it. In fact, there was an egret last year that looked at it, didn't know what to do. But it's 2.5 feet deep, and it recirculates the water from the cistern, which is under that walkway.
Mm-hmm. So for people that didn't know, cisterns have been around for a long time.
Yes.
So this is all our aqua blocks, right, Brian?
Yes.
Filled down here.
I think what was so fun is this is not my design. This
Yes.
is the McVeigh's design. They completely drew this up. They just asked if this was possible and how do we do it. And so there was a couple head scratching moments, and we collaborated with some masons. Got even a pool guy involved to do the Pebble Tech finish on the back wall. But we used our technology, our pumps, our pondless bulbs, our aqua blocks, our rubber liner, and a wetland filter built into the bottom of this. So water actually comes up from the bottom of that
And
pond.
look at how good it's working.
Yeah. I mean, it is spotless.
Yeah, it is.
And you got influence in Europe from this, correct?
Yeah, we were in Europe and we saw water features like this, and we thought, well, we can do the same thing, a more formal look rather than a more natural look. And then combining it with the idea of a cistern, which is what I always thought was important, because it allows you to use water that's not from wells and not been chlorinated.
Right? Which is better because you guys are gardeners. By the way, you gave me the best olives that I've ever eaten in my entire life. Pickled olives that you gave me. But you actually can tell that from your vegetables that you're getting out the difference between city water and this water in terms of the way the vegetables tasted.
The way they grew and how they, thrived on this kind of water, which we get off of our roof.
Yep.
So as a result, we have a very nice vegetable garden.
I love how there's actually the explanation back here, because you have a lot of gardening clubs that come by, right?
Yes.
People are interested in this.
Yeah, next week we're going to have people come through.
Again, yes.
Again. So the savings from the cistern water sense features that we have in the house have reduced our water use by about, 30, overall about half, as you can see. But outside, where the cistern is being used, it reduced it by 76%.
Wow.
Right, because you just use this to irrigate
Yes.
the property.
Yes.
What you need with your vegetables and everything else. And not only have you reduced it, but you've improved the quality of the food that you're getting out of it because it's better water.
Yes.
It's a win-win. I love the solar, I love the cistern, I love, of course, the vegetable garden and everything. How long had you been dreaming of something like this?
Well, when we came here, we asked ourselves, well, what can we do with this old house? And I decided, well, I wanted to reduce energy, I wanted to reduce water use.
And when did you move into the house?
In 2011.
So same year, the first year that you were living here was the year that we built this.
Yeah, by the next year was
For the next year.
2012.
the 2012 you started building.
Can I pull that up?
Yeah.
Just so people can see it?
So this is where you get access to the pumps?
Yep.
Yes.
So our pumps are actually just underneath this one here. So there's our pumps. We have 2 pumps in there. One feeds the wetland part of the bottom of this. The other one feeds these guys over here.
Yep.
Just the decorative part of the water feature.
Sitting in a snorkel.
You can see how one line comes back this way. It actually tees off and then feeds the booster pump. So let's go look at that. So Pat, that line that comes off of one of the main pumps actually comes underneath these bricks.
Comes up here, and it goes through the pump, and the pressure is boosted. Then it goes off through 2 faucets, one here, and then one over in our other garden.
And so what I think is neat about the booster pump is basically I can just open this up, right?
Yeah, yes,
and
just
then
open that.
and then you'll hear the pump go on. So the pump doesn't turn itself on until it senses a change in pressure. Will turn itself on, and now I get garden hose pressure using the water from the water feature over here. And then this is replenished off the water from the roof through a first flush system that carries the water through an underground pipe to the tank.
Yes.
Talk about being green.
We have a tap here, and I can water my vegetables
With the good water.
with good water.
And so this water is actually recycled from the water feature over here, which is ultimately recycled from the rainwater from the roof.
And you can see there's squash growing up the fence here, and I have beans. That's all beans over there, and I've got carrots there, cabbages, bunching onions, and beets, and of course tomatoes. I have millions of tomatoes.
Of course, he's got a volt right here. So you just plug this in right there in the back.
Right there, in the front.
It runs
Plug it in.
Boom.
Yeah.
Of course, he's got a volt. And then how long will the charge go?
It'll go 57 miles during the summer. In the
Nice.
winter, a little bit shorter, but more than adequate for commuter traffic.
2 or 3 different crops every
Sure.
year.
So let me see. Is there any trick to this?
Yeah.
That's Greg's.
Yeah.
She's got my back. She's got my back. Yes, there is a trick to it.
There is a trick to it. Yeah. Pay attention.
That's fantastic.
If you like this stuff, like, comment, and subscribe, and follow along as we show how people not only live the aquascape lifestyle, but live the sustainability lifestyle too. Hey,
Yeah.
this rocks. You rock. You guys rock.
Yeah.
Love my job. I know what he needs right in there. What?
A water lily.
A water
right?
lily, yes.
But you know why we don't? Guess what the kids use more than anything?
They jump in that all the time.
They jump in that all the time. It's their bathtub.
All right. I wouldn't blame them.
Speaking of, you could use a wash.
I'm Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. This is my channel, Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy, and we are with Brian Helfrich, my longest teammate on the construction side, 23 years. And we're at your one of your subcontractors' houses.
Yeah, we use Matt for all kinds of stuff, and most importantly his carpentry skills. He's a master carpenter, and we met on a job site a long time ago, and I was admiring the stuff he was doing inside, he was admiring the stuff we were doing outside. So we use him for all kinds of pergolas and pavilions and gazebos and decks and trellises and stuff.
So
of
this
course-
pond you built for his kids. Check it out. Wow, that's a pretty nice backyard.
Well, yeah, so another subcontractor we use, he uses the patio guy, so it's kind of this marriage between a
Yeah.
bunch of us, right?
He gets
And-
all of it at his house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so nice. Such a unique design too.
Yeah, we've got the spillway bowls, you know, kind of separated. Historically, you always see this bowl fall into this bowl,
Yes.
right? On a patio pond,
Yep.
or not a patio pond, on an aqua basin display.
So what would a project like this installed cost? What's involved with it?
This is an easy one-day feature. We've got our pondless system, so we've got aqua blocks, we've got the pump vault sitting right here. This is
Yep.
the lid for the vault. You've got maybe 4 tons of stone in the whole thing, maybe 5 tons of stone. So 4 guys out here for, you know, an 8-hour day. We get this done for about $7 grand.
Yeah, so 36 man hours, $7,000 selling price, and it will literally transform a backyard.
The worst thing you could possibly think of with a pond would be what?
A leak?
A leak, right?
Okay, I
And
got it right.
Very good. And so leaks happen every now and then. For us, it's not a big deal because it's the easiest thing in the
Pull
world
up
to
the
fix.
edge,
You just
yeah.
pull through it. So coming here right away, I saw the leak.
Okay.
You know, I haven't been here in a while, but you can see this low edge over here. And who knows how that happened? It could have just happened from the kids running back and forth, back and forth.
Erosion.
But here's the liner. All they do, pick that up. So what happened is this liner settled down lower than the water level over here.
Yes.
Of course, water's leaking underneath this rock just a little bit, and that little constant flow of water can really drain this reservoir pretty quick.
Yep.
So all we do is we lift this up,
Backfill it a little.
get some dirt, backfill it, and we're good to go again.
There we go.
Don't always want to do gravel,
Come on,
but that'll hide the edge.
I like the grasses behind the bowl. I just think it makes your eye stop. And coming out of this slope right here, nice Japanese maple. So Brian, what was funny was the last time I was here, a couple years ago, this wasn't here. So this came first, the chicken and the egg. When a water feature goes in, it creates the need for the rest of the outside living because now they're going to be sitting out here more. I love that they got a fireplace because we like to say about waterfalls, the summertime fireplaces. You can sit next to this. You got a real fireplace. You got your waterfall fireplace. It's something that will relax you and invite you out there to actually spend more time than you would just if it was nothing else.
Does that fireplace look familiar to you?
That would be a Unilock fireplace.
From?
That's the one that we had in a retail store. Okay, so one of our partners is Unilock, and that's one of their prefab units. We used to have that in our retail store, and now all of a sudden Matt's got it, and I'm sure you bartered it for some other work.
Yeah, he did some big work for us for another customer.
Probably at your house.
Yeah, I wish.
You know what I love about seeing projects like this is when we build a water feature for somebody that we work with, it changes the relationship.
Well, yeah, it just it solidifies the relationship
does.
that much more. I think my favorite thing with this backyard is so many times we're showing really grand backyards and grand water features. Here's a water feature, not necessarily grand, but makes the backyard feel grand, right? It takes this backyard to a completely different level. And so the idea of the outdoor living area here and the water feature right next to it is just...
When you add a water feature, it makes the house become a home, and there's no more enjoyable people to do that for than people that you work with, people that you get to interact with, because the relationship changes when you put a water feature in because they're living the aquascape lifestyle. If you want to live the aquascape lifestyle yourself, follow along with this vlog and share it for the rest of the world so that people can see what living the lifestyle is all about. I love my job.